Good, good, good. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up though. Good morning, Tangent.
Mm.
Oh God, I sneezed a few times and my catch. Good morning,
Yeah,
Tangerines. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Morning Tangents with a couple of
Jans.
That that gent over there is Danny. Skills? I'm saying no skills today, Danny, because you haven't played very much lately.
We haven't. I haven't had time.
It's okay, and I'm Jason. It's okay. I don't have skills either, so Jason no skills. I like the sound of that.
Jason, no skills. Hey, Jason, look, you chose hot J fry, which no
Hot fried J.
J. Why do I get those confused?
I
It
don't
just
know.
makes sense. Hot J fry, Jason.
That doesn't make sense to me at all. Hot J
Yeah, it
fry.
does. Yeah, hot fried J. Hot J fry.
Hot J fry. What does that mean though? Like hot J fry. Like fry is my last name. Morning dudes.
Yeah,
Catching a live show. Hey, what up? Rio Shoryuken.
do that shuriken.
Shoryuken. So he says it when he's doing it, like in the game.
Yeah.
Shoryuken.
Hot J fry. I don't know. For me, it just makes sense. It just goes with the word. It's not doesn't have to make sense. It just goes with the flow.
Hot J fry.
Yeah.
Hot J fry. Hot fried J.
Yeah.
I disagree. I disagree. Saying hot J fry feels so dirty to me.
Okay.
Hot fry.
Have you eaten any?
I think I ate some last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat them
Wait.
as much as I used to. Because I still feel.
Why you say it like
I
that?
still feel a little dirty when I do it sometimes. It feels so good, but it feels so wrong afterwards, you know? I just, it's like I keep saying, it's going to be the death of me one of these days, and it's why I go by Hot Fried J, just like Batman goes by Batman, you know? He's scared of bats. I'm scared of hot fries, but I love him. Same thing.
He's not scared of bats no more. He Batman is not scared.
Conquer that fear, sure, but, you know, he had to go through some trials and tribulations to conquer.
You know what I've been doing? I've been eating a little less of the bad things for you.
Like what?
Like chips. I've been eating not really a lot. Soda. I haven't drank. Yesterday I ordered. So I took the food. So I ordered KFC because there's a KFC close to us. And usually I will get a 3-piece. But I'm like, no, that's too much. So I just got 3 tenders, which are really small, by the way. And then just a coleslaw and a soda. I didn't even drink the soda because they gave me. There's a blueberry starry
No.
soda. Yeah, they didn't give me the blueberry starry. It was just regular starry. I'm like,
Those sons of bitches. Was it
anyways, no, it was not blue.
Interesting.
But anyways, I took a couple of sips of that. That's it, Jason. I was content.
I got Tortrix, Danny, if you want some.
Why do they always bring us Tortrix?
I love No, my mom always
No.
asks, what do you want? And I'm like,
I don't know.
Tortrix and
No,
coffee.
Jason. Coffee, yes. Tortrix. I'm down with Tortrix
Why?
because you can get those at the store, especially you.
It's not the same, Danny.
It is the
It's
same.
not the same. No. When they come directly from Guatemala, it's different. They're still they're still like on the lines, you know, like where you got.
Which,
like,
by the way,
what a
you have
dumb
to
thing.
eat like
That's
4.
so stupid.
You have to eat like 6 of those to be content.
See, this is why I'm very happy with Tortrix. For those
Because
of
there's
you who
only
don't
one?
know what Tortrix are, the non-Guatemalans, because I think it's just like southern, like
I
south
think
of
not.
Mexico, right? Like,
I think it is Guatemalan.
yeah. So
see.
if you don't know what those are just Guatemalan chips. That's all they are. But they're in little baggies, and it's enough, Danny. It's enough for the antojo, you know. Like sometimes I'm just craving like to snack on something, and one of those little bags, it's like, okay, yeah, I did it. That's all I needed.
Yeah, okay. I see what you mean.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They got new flavors.
They have
she
new
brought
flavors.
back jalapeno. She brought back
Salsa criolla is one of my favorite.
It's not bad. It's good. It's good.
My favorite chips from Guatemala are the nachos. They're like the original nachos.
I'm trying to visualize them.
They look like an octagon little chip.
Yes.
I like those, but there's one chip, Jason. there used to be, they're not Tortrix. There were frijoles con crema y queso.
That's a chip.
Beans and sour
Mm.
and cream. And they were like, I remember eating those. It was like the Tortrix, but with that. And that tasted really good, man.
Oh, oh! I remember. I've seen them. I remember seeing them around.
But they were not Tortrix though.
I
Well,
remember,
maybe.
Danny. I remember eating one of like the spicier chips. By the way, for some reason, their spicy chips are not spicy over there because like
No.
the picante tortris are
Guatemala
like,
Guatemalans are not a spicy person. A
which is
spicy.
yeah, it's so strange. I remember getting a long time ago when we were kids. I remember I got one of the spicy chips. That was like, oh, careful, those are really spicy. And then hot fries in my veins, hot Cheetos in my
Mm,
veins. Like I
hmm
was eating them like nothing, and they were all like, "Oh my god, this guy's crazy." And I was like, "No,
hmm
no," but legitimately, they were not spicy at all. Like
No.
it's not me trying to toot my own horn. This is like I don't even know what to compare it to. It's just
No.
paprika on there, you know.
The I feel like the minus did not like it.
It says Danny is cutting back on chips, but I saw him polish off a whole box of Cheez-Its.
It was not a box of Cheez-Its. It was literally half a bag of Cheez-Its because I've been eating that for like weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even eat it all that day. I just threw it away the rest.
You threw them away? Wow. Danny, come
I
on. You can't be throwing away food.
I know, but I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm not gonna eat the whole thing." They made me sick, Jason. I realized that.
Yeah.
I didn't thought of this. They made me sick because they're mostly cheese.
Yeah, you're lactose intolerant, Danny.
And I'm like, and one time I was eating it, and I was like, "Why is my stomach hurting?"
It's cheese, dude.
Oh, man,
Cheez-Its.
it's so stupid. Allergies are the stupidest thing ever, man. Right now, my nose is plugged because of allergies.
Allergies. Oh, just like pollen?
In general,
Oh.
allergies is just stupid. People have at least my allergies. The thing that sucks is because I eat cheese and milk all the time, and it's bad for you. Cheese and dairy is really not good for you all the time.
You know, I was recently heard that we basically don't need to drink milk as like once we become adults. Like they tell us to drink it when we're kids so we could, you know, strengthen our bones and stuff. But once we hit adulthood, all we need is the calcium, and there's different ways to get calcium. We don't need to be drinking this whole
No.
milk.
So, Jason, I need to find a website what humans supposed to eat. What a human being, as a human, as a species, supposed to eat. Because I feel like besides water and maybe some greens and maybe some meat, you're not supposed to eat anything else.
I think technically meat isn't something that we like.
That is true because we were not supposed. Yeah, our teeth are not meant to eat meat.
That's why they're not like got a little bit of spike, but not a lot of
Yeah,
spike on there.
yeah. So,
And then you eat whatever makes you feel good, man. I don't know. Maybe you're overthinking it.
I do, but then I keep seeing people getting cancer, like gut cancer and all the stuff, and I'm like, I need to stop eating sugars, and it's so hard to stop eating sugar, Jason.
Well, those it's yeah, I agree, 100% agree. I don't know if I could. What do you think, Danny? Okay, now we're on this topic. What do you think is the last thing you could give up on food?
Oh, I will say that comes to mind is my breads and
Mm.
and cheese. My breads and cheese. I feel like that would be like bread and cheese. That would be like the hardest for me.
It's pretty despicable because cheese is known to have some sort of chemical that makes us that it's like gives us a spark. I don't remember the details on this, so please fact check me. Anybody who's out there, or you too, Danny, whoever wants to fact check me.
Mhm.
But it has something that makes your endorphins like pop out a little bit and be like, yeah, you really like this, don't you, you dirty little slut?
Yeah.
So like
Mhm.
we know it's in it, but we still do it. But that's why we're so addicted to cheese because it's a chemical that's making us addicted to cheese.
Jason,
Cheese is
humans
good.
created cheese.
Cheese
Oh,
is
cheese is, oh my God. There's so many types of cheese. This is, Jason, I want to go to Europe and try different cheeses. That's one of my things. I'm like, okay, I want to try this, but then I'm thinking, lactose and diarrhea person eating cheeses from around the world. It's not gonna be a groove. It's not gonna
You're
be a good
not gonna
trip.
have a good time.
But I seen like those you've seen those videos where people are cooking like in the top of the mountains in a nicely clean house. I don't know if you've seen those videos. There's a lot of those videos I've been watching where like the mom is like cooking outside and then they just go and prepare cheese and the cheese looks so good, like fresh. I don't know, Jason. I want to do that.
I had when we went to Switzerland, we got some fondue,
Oh,
obviously, and
yeah.
I would say, yeah, the chemical is called casein, however you pronounce that. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Rio. Rio Shoryuken. But we got some fondue, Danny, and at some point it's like, okay, that's enough cheese. Like you get all your sides, right? We had the tomato and the bread and the potato to dip it in, and it was good. And I really enjoyed the first few bites, but then once you're done with it, like you're just like, oh my god, I feel so heavy and
Yeah.
nasty. It's
So you guys
good.
were like already. You guys were already like didn't finish. I'm pretty sure a lot. I would. I don't think I
I
would
don't
be
think we
able to
finished
finish.
it. I don't remember if we finished it, but then we also got raclette. You know what raclette is?
What is that?
The popular way that you've seen it is when they have that big wheel of cheese and then they slice it when it's all gooey.
Oh,
That's not
yeah.
how we got it because we were like in a smaller town and they just did it the way they did. So it looked, I don't know, I can't confirm or
Mm-hmm.
deny if this was what it was, but it looked like it was just slices of Swiss cheese, not like whole Swiss cheese, but like
Mm-hmm.
like actual Swiss cheese, on top of veggies
Ooh, I'm
and,
pretty sure that
and
was good,
milk.
huh?
It was all right. It was
Okay.
all right. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Danny. It was all right. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you gotta go try it. I can't give up pastas, rice, and cheese. Rice, interesting. I've never heard rice before. What's your favorite type of rice for you? Like, you know what?
Fried rice.
I like Indian rice. I like the way they do their rice. A little jasmine in there, you know.
Oh yeah, Indian rice is pretty good. We've been getting Denise likes to get the traditional. We get chicken masala,
Mm.
butter
Mm.
butter chicken, or and then in the rice we get the biryani
Oh yes,
with pieces of
biryani.
chicken, and the chicken is always spicy.
Oh, so spicy. It's
Biryani,
such a good spice.
and
Indians
then you get the
just regular jasmine rice. Okay. Nice.
you get the naan bread, and then just
Mm.
dip it.
Mm-hmm. Indian food is so good, Danny. We went to this place in Fullerton like a month or two ago. Oh, it's so good. They served everything like in a little bowl looking thing, and it was so good. Indian
Yeah.
food doesn't get a lot
And
of respect that it needs, Danny.
they and the problem with Indian food, there's so much, Jason. It's like Chinese food. There's other dishes that
Mm.
we don't know, and the reason was because they separate it in regions. Northern regions they eat mostly I think they eat mostly meats, so they eat the chickens and the fish. Southern regions they eat mostly other dishes with uh just plants. And there's so many you see those videos where they show on the streets
Yeah, 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 yeah.
some weird concoction that you don't know what the hell's it's like. But there's, for example, one of the YouTubers, not YouTuber, Anthony Bourdain, he did a pretty good.
YouTuber.
I know he was not a YouTuber. I
Anthony
was gonna say he
Bourdain
was
too, YouTuber.
no,
Nice.
he was not a YouTuber. But I used to love watching him, and he actually did a pretty good job on exploring what's it called, India.
Oh, yeah, I know that's what he was popular for. I remember waiting for I was gonna get my haircut. I was waiting, and they had Anthony Bourdain thing on, and he was eating one of those like I think he was in India. But he was eating one of those like monkey brain things, and I was like, nah,
Oh,
not for me,
yeah,
not for
no,
me, Clive. Um, yeah, Indian food. It's kind of like you're saying. It depends on the region. It's kind of like Mexican food. Like your Denise who really likes the shoot, what's it called? She likes
enchilada.
enchiladas de Michoacan or something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
enchilada
like which is
mexicana.
just different than what you would get somewhere else. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not too familiar with
No,
the
no, yeah, yeah.
Mexican dishes, but or the regions, I should say. I'm not familiar with the regions of it, but I know that different regions have different popular foods, and it sounds similar. Maybe
There's a
maybe countries are just more diverse than we think, huh, Danny?
maybe, and then we think about United States. I'm like, what's something that and you
Well,
see like what's the popular United States?
hmm.
The thing though with the United States, it's just a mix of different cultures. Because we immigrated. A lot of people immigrated here. It wasn't like something besides the Apache, besides the indigenous people who live here. There's no really real dishes that we got to.
I think
I
barbecue.
don't
I
know.
think we own. I think Texans own barbecue. Well, I guess parts of the
But,
South own barbecue.
yeah, that's true. The brisket,
Yeah,
the how we cook the
yeah,
brisket,
like
that's
that
how we
type of
do the
barbecue.
ribs. Yeah,
But I mean, Creole food is like if you go to Louisiana, you're gonna get Creole food, but a lot of that does originate from like the
French,
Caribbeans and the
French
French.
cuisine and Korean mixed together.
Yeah,
Oh, Jason, we need to do. Jason, Hobby wanted to go to New
Danny,
Orleans.
off mic here. We got to plan something for Italy. All right.
Oh, Italy.
Yeah.
Oh, Denise has been
I
practicing.
I know. This is why I bring you up. I see. I'm not gonna pull a you where you don't tell me that you're going to New York, and then you last minute invite to New York. I'm not gonna do
Jason,
that. I'm gonna, I know you
you
guys. I know
still
you guys want to
Jason.
go to Italy, so I'd rather let you know ahead of time. Like,
Oh
let's
my
plan
God.
this. Let's plan this. Maybe next year. Let's talk about this
You're
for next
planning
year.
to go to South Korea
Yes. What's your point?
in July.
What's your point?
What?
What? Next year, I'm saying let's plan to go to Italy.
Oh, Jason.
Nah, just
Oh,
kidding. I don't know.
Jason.
We'll see. We'll talk about it. I don't know. I'm just talking
We'll
out of my
forget.
ass. So
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking about because Rio Shoryuken's here says pastas. You know, Danny, I'm not a big pasta guy. I like pasta, but
Rich Shuriken, let's go to Italy.
oh shit, Danny, would you go for
But
sure to Italy if there's a Pokemon event? He would, wouldn't it? Would go for sure. Yeah.
there's one in Spain next month.
You're
So
trash, dude. You're freaking
and
trash, dude.
but they not anymore.
Were you imagine going? Imagine going to Italy. So much history there, Danny. You a history
Oh,
fan.
Pompeii.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Imagine
Oh.
going where Danny's a history fan and he decides to go to a fucking Pokemon event for half the day.
Yeah. Jason, there's special shinies there that you cannot get anywhere else.
I don't care. You know what else you can't get anywhere else in Italy? The Colosseums.
There's some YouTube videos.
Pompeii. You go watch YouTube videos of the freaking Pokemon event. Just trade. Just do trades. You could do like cross country trades, right? Can you do that
Jason.
actually? Can you like get a shiny over here in the West Coast and then trade with somebody in Italy?
Yeah, but you have to be close to each other. You cannot do it from far away.
That's dumb. You could just meet somebody in Italy who plays and be like, walk around like, Pokemon Go, and then trade with them there. Instead of
Oh, yeah,
wasting
there's
half
a
a
lot.
day, you'd be walking around the Coliseum and be like, Pokemon Go. Two birds, one stone, Danny. You gotta think these things through instead of spending half a day in Pokemon events in Italy.
It's so much fun.
You're crazy, dude.
Oh, but Italy would be such a cool trip, man. We will have to go. I will have to save up at least $10,000.
No,
Let me tell you why.
you were.
Jason, let me tell you why, Jason. Because I'm not gonna
You're
go
crazy.
for 2 fucking weeks. Not gonna go for 2 fucking weeks.
Okay, calm down, Danny. Come on.
Jason, Italy and Spain. I've been wanting to go to this place. I want to see the churches in Spain. Visit the family over there, of course. That we have, Jason.
Yeah, we don't know them. We don't know them. We don't have to visit them.
Okay. We do know them.
I don't know them.
Oh yeah, you don't know them, I guess. Anyways,
You go
I
spend
don't
half
know,
the day at
Jason.
Pokemon. Take them with you
no,
to
no.
the Pokemon
Honestly,
thing. I'll
for
go
real,
do it
I
sometimes.
would not. I would just pick up the phone and quickly just look for it, and that's
Yeah,
it.
I
I
know.
would not. I will not spend because Jason, you're right. History, man.
Oh, sir.
I want to be there. Jason, you know some cool things I've been learning about history. The on ancient Egypt for Cleopatra, when Cleopatra was alive, we're closer to Cleopatra than Cleopatra was closer to ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to think how Egypt. And that's another place I want to go.
Oh, I really want to go to Egypt. And you know
And
what? I
actually-
was talking to a coworker who is from Egypt, and I was kind of like, trying to see because I've heard it's dangerous. I heard it can be. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it can be if you're getting yourself into that sort of situation. But there's a lot of ways to get out, like stay out of situations that are dangerous, and you
Yeah,
just have
yeah, yeah.
to really go with some, or have somebody, a local that you trust. And I was like, I don't know anybody. He's like, yeah, you'll have to like do some research. But he said it's not as dangerous as you might think, but there can be dangers to it.
I will say for me, I'll be like Pokemon Go,
Oh,
and then
you
be
want to
like,
go? You want to
oh,
come? Come,
um,
come,
no, no, no.
come.
But I do see a lot of videos where like they're trying to give you, oh, get a camel. Oh, go to. We can take you to this point of view of the pyramid, who's way much better.
No, thank you.
Like, no, no, no,
No,
no. I'll,
I'm going on Yelp.com, and I'm gonna find the best rated tour guide on there. Wait, Danny, I still want to know why you want $10,000 to go to Italy.
because I'm pretty sure it really, Jason. I don't know. It's pretty expensive, and also, I don't know. No,
Research,
nothing's.
dude.
I would say five. I would
Research,
say
dude.
five. Five.
Five, and I think you'll still come back with a lot.
Okay.
I legitimately, and are you including flight?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Five, I think that's more than suffice, honestly.
Okay.
Because if you do your research ahead of time and you know where the best places are to stay, but also, not just getting whatever room you want, actually doing your research and looking at the cheaper stuff or the more inexpensive things to save yourself some money, I think you can. I've done some research already, and I think, honestly, right now, Danny, the flights were so stupid. We were looking at flights. First of all, you had to pay for a checked-in bag to go to Europe. Like everywhere in Europe, you needed to pay for your first check-in bag. It was insane. It was
I
crazy.
saw that.
It was stupid. And then, second of all, every flight, everywhere you went, it had a layover somewhere. Unless you pay like $2,000 for the flight for a nonstop. It was insane. I don't know what is going on with this, with going to Europe, but
And
no, thank
I
you.
think it's saturating because also Japan. I think Japan is getting so many tourism too. So maybe I don't know the rise of people going to those places.
Well, Japan for sure. Google
Yeah.
says a week trip to Italy would average $2,500, not including flight. So you had about 1,000 just to be a little
I
safer.
feel like you can
3,500.
save on cheap food. Italy, I'm pretty sure you. I'm not gonna go to a freaking five-star Italian restaurant all the time. I'm pretty
I
sure
think I'd want to
maybe
go to
one.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, one. I mean, yeah. So I think you can be like, okay, let's eat these, let's eat that, just cheap stuff. And most of the things that we want to do, I want to do personally, is sightseeing.
Yeah, for sure.
That doesn't cost money unless you take a tour or something like that.
I'd be down for a tour. I think I want to do more tours when I go travel. You know what I mean?
Well, Jason, if we go, we're definitely going to the Vatican. That's another place I want to go to the Vatican. I want to go inside
Vatican,
the country.
Colosseum, Pompeii, other stuff.
Monterosso Beach. There's a Monterosso Beach. It looks really
I
nice
believe you.
actually.
I believe you.
Yeah.
The
Pompeii,
Amalfi
the Colosseum.
Coast. Is that there?
What is that?
The Amalfi Coast? That's not there, is it?
I don't know.
Where's the Amalfi Coast? Somebody?
I don't know.
I'm just naming places now. Whatever. Danny, let's move on from that long tangent because you wanted to talk about something. You wanted to talk about something that
Um,
makes people turn crazy and loopy and just completely ridiculous and frustrating and making weird decisions. I've seen did you see this? Okay, I'm talking about the eclipse, everybody. The solar eclipse
mhm.
that happened Monday, I believe. Monday, this
Yeah.
past Monday at 11:11 here in
Mhm.
Southern California. It was 11:11, so I don't know. Crazy circumstances. I saw a story, Danny, of a YouTube astrologist who killed somebody, got out of her car in the middle of the street with her kids in there, killed somebody or something, committed something because of the eclipse. I saw people crying about the eclipse on like a news telecast, telebroadcast, and they were crying about it. They're like, can you believe it? It's a miracle. And I don't know if a miracle was right because it's just science. Sometimes, it's just like that's just, circumstances. It's not a miracle. What did you want to talk about exactly?
No, that just in general what an eclipse did to the people. I mean, I think in Mazatlan, it was like it was like one of the spots where NASA went. Some of the agents from NASA went because it was like the one of those perfect spots to see the full total eclipse. And the journalist there, he was talking about how there's a journalist there from the city that he was talking about how people were like they have like parties, they were having like barbecues, people were at the beach. It felt like really wholesome apparently. And like some people were crying, like you said, yeah. Some people were crying of the wonder of the universe. I don't know if they're crying because of that or they were just like everybody was just so together, I guess.
Yeah, I do wonder
And
why. I wonder because it does. We only got like, what was it, like a 40% eclipse down here
we
in
got
Southern
less than
California.
you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got less than you guys.
my coworker brought in
And it was
like the
cloudy too.
goggles. Oh, clear
So
skies down here.
it didn't even matter.
It was clear skies down here, so he's
Uh
like I got to get a good view of it and look cool. It looked really cool actually.
yeah.
So I can only imagine what a total eclipse looks like, and I'm sure that's even more insane to look at. But let me read this real quick, Danny, because I think this is more devastating than I was
Yeah.
making it seem. This is really, really messed up. Astrology influencer stabbed partner to death and threw children from moving car over the solar eclipse. She crashed her car into a tree going 100 miles per hour and left her two children, or threw her two children out of the moving car. And I think it's assumed that this was about the solar eclipse because she's an astrologer influencer. Which, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Is it like us? Are we? Wait a minute, Danny. Am I an astrologer influencer?
You're an astrologer influencer now. Remember, Christian doesn't even get on no more. But we'll talk about that later. But
Prior to Monday's rampage, she had posted messages on X, Twitter, telling people to wake up. The apocalypse is here. And
so
that's just,
Jason, that's the shit that human beings are just so shitty about that kind of stuff. So that sounds really super horrible. Hopefully they found the lady. I'm pretty sure they arrested her.
no, she died. She committed suicide.
She killed her.
She drove into
So
the tree. Yeah.
this is the thing where people do horrible things during the eclipse, and through history they've been doing that for years. Remember an apocalypse? And I'm saying this is because apocalypse is limited to this. Apocalypse for Mel Gibson
Oh, Apocalypto.
is Apocalypto. Sorry, is not an accurate story at all. Is nothing there. It's accurate.
They didn't even show the Mayans
Oh.
building the calendar, Danny.
Okay. Well, not just that. The fact that there was the end of the movie. I'm gonna spoil this movie. I don't care. At the end of the movie, they show the fucking ship because the Spanish were coming in. That happened 300 years later.
You tell them.
Okay. Anyways, in that movie,
tell
you
them.
said in the movie it's pretty cool. There's a cool part though, where they're sacrificing the people, and then the king looks up at. There's a scene where the king is looking at the guy who's cutting the sorcerer or whatever, the priest. I think he's grabbing the heart, and he's like, they kind of cool. He knew that the eclipse was about to happen, and he smirks, and the king smirks too because they know they can. That's how they can manipulate the people, saying that the gods are
Yeah.
they're fed, and for thousands of years, people have been doing this to manipulate human beings. A lot of times through history, I think on one of the wars that happened, I forgot what year and I forgot from where I was reading this, where they were fighting and they stopped because the eclipse happened because they thought that the god was angry, or they use satanic worshiping. A lot of it. There's a lot of churches now of everywhere now, satanic churches now. A lot of them, they do a lot of stuff during eclipses,
Yeah.
and like you said, people just become so. All it is is just the sun going in front of it.
Yeah, I think it was on the Kind of Funny podcast where they were talking about that it's also just a like a happy coincidence. Like it's just there's really not a lot of science behind it except for it all lining up together at the same time.
Yeah.
That's all there really is to it. So I do wonder, like, if it's just everyone making something out of it because it's so rare. And then they were asking like an animal person, not Kind of Funny podcast, somewhere else. They were asking an animal person about it, and they're like, what happens to all animals? What happens with them? Why does this happen? Is it true that this happens? Or like basically all he said was there's so little evidence that any animal's habits or rituals change because of the eclipse. It could all be coincidence. He says it's kind of like a if you have jet lag. For them it's just like jet lag because all of a sudden they're used to it being day, but then they're like they don't know what's going on. All they see is the lights going out, and then all it is for them is jet lag. But then they're like, oh, it's okay. Like the birds stop chirping because they're like, oh, I guess it's nighttime. Like we're not hearing birds chirping, not because of because then it's an eclipse, but because lights went out. They're confused. They don't know what's going on. That's all there is to it. Basically, Danny, I think we're just being sourpusses right now.
You telling Jason?
No, I think everyone's like, man, you guys are. I assume people are gonna be like, you guys just enjoy it. And Danny, I think I did enjoy it for what it was. It was cool.
I couldn't enjoy it because it was cloudy. So
Doug,
and we only got like 20%, I think.
Shout out to Doug. Doug got a really good view. He was in Dallas.
Oh, that
he got a really good view of it. And
look, Jason, I'm not saying it's not cool because that's pretty
really
cool.
Yeah.
I fucking the way it looks and everything, and it's fucking cool. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that human beings do so many bad things doing something like this. I just don't get. I don't know.
I just don't know how you could equate it to equator. I don't know how you could equate it to being the apocalypse, and it's just really unfortunate for her and her partner and the two kids
that sounds horrible.
That sort of thing does cross your mind that this is the apocalypse happening now. And you know what? Now that we're on the topic of apocalypse, Danny, I'm starting to think the apocalypse won't be one day. I think the apocalypse started a couple years ago, and we're just rolling through it. It's gonna be a long-winded apocalypse, dude, because we are getting earthquakes in New York. We're getting hurricanes in Southern California. We are getting all this bullshit that doesn't usually happen in certain parts of the world. It's happening,
and we're still waiting for the big one. For us, we're still waiting for the big one.
I'm not ready.
Suppose it's gonna happen because the tiny place are gonna move at one point. And Jason, I live in a 3-story apartment complex
in the ghetto.
And I asked Denise, I'm like, is this earthquake
Are you guys safe?
She's like, no, this
Probably
is not earthquake. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah. No, you guys, Oregon was not expecting this because at least us down here in Southern California, we're expecting it. So a lot of I think all of the newer buildings have to be earthquake proof. Yeah. Diana gives a roll of the eyes, probably because we're talking about earthquakes. But you guys aren't ready. I feel a little safer knowing that most of the buildings where I'm at are supposed to be earthquake proof.
I did not feel safe over there. I do not feel safe.
You're fine because you're gonna feel the swaying, but the buildings are supposed to be meant to sway with the earthquake rather than crumble down.
Yeah. Like I said, I was over there. I was at the Disney. I was at the what's it called? That hotel, the Marriott. Was it the Marriott? I forgot which hotel I was staying. And it was fucking shaky, man. Nobody say nothing. It was a 3.5.
That's small. Rio Shoryoken says heard fire tornadoes were happening somewhere as well. That's how diverse. That's how diverse to Rio Shoryoken. You can't fool us. Come on. No way. There's actual fire tornadoes, right?
There's fire tornadoes. What? You can look it up. Yeah, no. There's actually fire tornadoes. What does that mean?
No, that's how diverse.
No, there's actually for fire tornadoes.
Oh my god, this is insane. This looks fake. No way.
No, it is fire tornadoes.
Powerful fire tornado in California. Now we're getting tornadoes in California. Whoops, sorry. Now we're getting tornadoes in California.
Yeah, it's when there's a fire and in the air and does something to the air, and then the air does something, and then it does a tornado.
Speaking of,
and that's a fire tornado.
Danny, you know what apocalypse movie might be one of my favorites? This Is the End. You know the comedy one? With Seth Rogen, James Franco, and Danny McBride.
I saw that movie.
It was hilarious.
And in the beginning of that movie, no, not the middle, but when it started to happen, all the shit started to happen. That was pretty good, actually. Yes, that's a pretty good, funny movie.
I think it's really fun. Oh, you should watch it again. I think it's hilarious. I love that movie.
One of my favorite apocalypse movie. I think I will watch it a lot. Not my favorite though, but because it was really popular back then. It was the what's it called? The Ice Age one, the one where everything gets frozen.
Oh,
the early 2000 one.
Yeah, The Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow. That movie was so popular back then. And I remember watching the movie so much because it was on everything.
Yeah, it was always on TNT also.
Yes.
It was always on TNT.
Yes. I don't remember shit about that movie though.
I watched that movie, I think, in the theater. It was one of the movies that we snuck into. Very haunting for a kid to watch that because it's like, what is going on in this? I couldn't comprehend what the theme of it. I was just so confused.
But you should know there's two that I liked a lot. You should know this, the 90s one.
Tornado.
No, Twister. You talk about Twister.
Twister, yeah.
No, Twister is one of them, but that's not really apocalypse thing. It was just like them chasing tornadoes. But the one, the one with what's it called? Oh god, the one that had to go down to the center of the earth.
Oh, the core or something like that.
Yeah, that one.
I've never seen it. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, you never seen it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you should watch it.
I barely watched Armageddon for the first time a few months
ago.
Oh,
and Armageddon too with
terrible
Bruce Willis.
Terrible movie.
Yes.
I remember people. That was my first time watching it, and everyone was just like, "Oh, the ending is so sad. It's so sad." I didn't care for any of those people. I gotta be honest here, Danny. I don't know if it's really because I knew what was gonna happen, but it was just ridiculous.
Oh, Independence Day.
That's a classic. No, that's a classic.
Oh, Volcano.
Oh, I've never seen that one. Never heard of it.
You never seen that one?
I don't think I've ever heard of it, Danny.
Dante's Peak?
Oh, that's not Volcano. Dante's Peak, I've heard of it. I've heard of it. Never watched it.
Dante's Peak, there's one. There's another one called Volcano.
Mm.
And the Volcano one, that one is because there's a volcano that it happens right in between a city. I forgot what city it was. But I do remember watching that movie because my dad used to like watching that movie.
Deep Impact? Peak, is that the one you were talking about?
Deep Impact, yeah.
Oh, is it?
No, that's another one. That's another one. No, that's another one.
Oh, there is one called The Core.
Yeah. No, that's another one.
Yeah, I never really got into these apocalyptic movies, I guess. What are they called? Disaster movies?
Disaster movies.
Natural disaster movies, whatever they're called. Really big thing in the 90s, wasn't it? Whoops, sorry.
Yeah. And then remember in 2012, remember I went to watch that movie in theaters.
How afraid were you of that happening, of 2012 being the end of it? I was slightly afraid, Danny. I was.
No,
I know. No, I was. I'll be honest here. I was slightly afraid. I was like, because Danny, of course. What if?
But I mean, to be honest, it does make sense.
I don't think it does, but yes.
No, but you know what? The reason one of the was it this one or a different one where there's a chance a super volcano is gonna happen. I think that's what a volcano was about. A super volcano were to happen because no, this is actually like scientific proven.
A super volcano just sounds so ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, but a super volcano were to happen because of something has to do with the place where it's at, like the whole system in
the Ring of Fire.
No, not even that. The Ring of Fire, but also because of what's the national park that we have here? The big national park.
Oof, we have a lot. Yeah.
Is it the big one? The big one.
What did you say right now? Yosemite?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yosemite.
Yosemite, yeah.
Um,
Is it Yosemite
I don't
Park?
know if that's the one you're talking about.
But
We have a
anyways,
lot of national parks.
the super volcano where
Yellowstone?
is
Ryushu Yellowstone?
Yellowstone.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you,
Hey, shout out to
Rio.
Ryo Shoryuken. You want to become our... He's
Yeah.
on it, dude. He's our producer for the day. You're gonna have just...
I told him already.
I don't even know
But
who he
Yellowstone.
is. Yeah.
Yellowstone. Apparently, the super volcano were to happen there because there's a big caldera or something like that, and
What?
like it.
There's
Yeah,
a volcano in Yellowstone?
apparently, if there's a super volcano, it will erupt.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, it will erupt there, and literally, it will turn the world into a ice age.
I actually
Yeah.
do remember hearing about this it was a few years ago, right? Where they started
Yeah.
speculating about it. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So they're saying like, yeah, it's not a question if, it's a question is when.
Oh, look at that. Oh, why are we talking about this, Danny? I'm getting anxiety.
Yeah, it's a question of when. Almost every day I keep thinking, man, something bad's gonna happen.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds like a deep anxiety right there, Danny.
No, not really.
Well,
You have
you're
to be, you have to
imagining
be
the
prepared.
pending doom.
It will. Eventually it will. Look, the Earth has 6 massing stations of species. I think 6. And because of those massing stations, it just keeps humans and well, not humans back, because we haven't really have a mass extinction yet besides the ice age, but it's just life, it just happens, nature, and we're gonna be one of them. Yeah, the ones that are gonna survive are the ones that are gonna evolve to something else, so
Have you started watching Fallout? On
no,
Amazon Prime?
no. I told Denise we're gonna watch it together.
I'm
makes
like
sense.
an episode and a half in. I've never played the games,
Oh, okay.
but I'm really liking it. It's cool. It makes me want to play the games, but I don't think I'll be into that type of game. I don't think so. Like the gameplay of it. I don't think it's my type of gameplay game because it's
Like then when it came out, it was really cool.
yeah.
But
yeah.
now, because even I tried to play Interstellar, and I was just like,
It's a little outdated.
yeah.
Well, anyways, and they do something. I started realizing I really like that type of. You know how you're really into cyberpunk. I'm really into this. You know how BioShock, it's kind of like set in the past, but it has futuristic technology and things like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think that's really cool. And the beginning of the first episode, they show a little bit of it, and this isn't a spoiler, but they show like it's based in what, the 50s, 60s, something like that. But then there's like a robot technology, and I was like, I like that.
Well, that's how. Yeah, that's how. Also, oh God, what was it? There's a lot of shows that do that. A lot of shows where, like, I used to like watching the Jetsons.
Oh yes, yeah. I think maybe that's why I like it. Meet George Jetson. BioShock. Oh shit, BioShock Infinite is one of my favorite games. I don't know if you know.
Oh, Jason.
I love BioShock Infinite. What a twist, huh? I'm not gonna say it. Play the game.
And not just that, Jason. I used to love BioShock 1, 2, and
Never played them.
those movies.
Games.
Okay, sorry, those games. You never. I just confused me right now. I thought you played BioShock 1, 2.
Just Infinite. Just Infinite.
Okay, Jason. When Judas comes out, which is the new game from the guy who created BioShock, you have to play that because I'm excited for that game. You need to play that game.
I'll think about it, but I don't like that you're forcing me to do it. So
I'm forcing you.
well, yeah, but I don't know how I feel about that.
But anyways, you like that world. That's why you like the futuristic past. How they thought the future was going to be like, and that's how I like to.
No, not even that. It's just more having those futuristic. Say, I only played Infinite. It's really good, isn't it, Ryo Shoryuken? It's really good. I like that one. I remember playing. My brother had played it before me, and I was playing it on the PC. And there's a certain part of Infinite towards the end where the George Washingtons are attacking, and now you're like on a computer or something, and then you turn around.
Jason,
It's like
I know
oh my god, dude!
exactly. I know exactly.
the
I fucking
the
yes.
jump scare. I don't know if I've
Yes.
ever had a bigger jump scare, but my brother was watching the whole time,
Yeah.
ready to just laugh at me.
Yeah.
And I jumped, I let go of the mouse, and I turned around, he's just cracking up. It's like, I just did not
Yes.
see it coming, man.
That's how I was too. That's how I was. My controller went like this. Ah! I swear to God, I got so scared at that point.
Danny, would you
But-
rather live in a city underwater or a city in the sky?
I don't know.
For those who don't know,
Uh,
BioShock 1 and 2 is a city underwater. The Infinite's a city in the sky.
Mhm. And then yeah, so I don't know. I think that they both have their own challenges. The sky you can fall off, but it's pretty cool to be on top of it. Yeah,
That sounds
it can. There's no way you can do anything if something like that were to, unless you always have parachutes on yourself all the time or something. But it would be really cool though, because it looks really nice. It looks pretty. Always on the sunshine, because you can just go on top of the
Oof.
clouds
I hate that.
to pretty much avoid the rain. But the water, you can see so many fishes. You can be like, oh my god, I'm gonna just go outside over there. But you have to be condensed inside of a place and no fresh air.
So would you rather drown to death or fall to your death?
That's I think I'll fall to death. I think.
I've heard that you pass out before even impact.
There we go.
I've
In the
also
water,
heard
you
that
just drown.
drowning. I've heard that drowning isn't as bad as they make it seem like on
Okay,
television.
alright.
Like it's exaggerated in television and movies. It's not. That's not how things happen. Yeah. So what Danny's doing, if you're not watching on YouTube.com/@71tangents,
Right.
Danny just recreated what it looks like on television. It looked like something else a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. Sky for sure. I have mild. Ooh, what is that, Ryu? Thalassophobia. Thalassophobia. Now, if I could decipher the words here, thalassophobia. I think he's afraid of Ted Lasso.
Okay.
The lassophobia.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
No, he's not scared of Ted Lasso.
No. Oh no.
The
I think he's
lasso.
scared of the water.
Hmm.
Is that what you're saying? Because I didn't know about him.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never. It's I always like learning about these phobias and where they like the name of it. Oh, is a specific phobia that involves a persistent, intense fear of deep bodies of water, such as the ocean or a lake. Oh, Diana also goes to this. She's afraid of it. When we went to Cabo and we went to go like on the ocean so we could snorkel a little bit. Really cool. She was kind of afraid at first, but then you're in there and you're like really peaceful. But I get that. Don't watch that or maybe you should watch it. Maybe you'll conquer your fear. Consider watching this movie with your Shoryuken, because maybe you'll be like, if they tell you go, what is it? The therapy.
Conquer your fears, pretty much. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but that specific therapy to get fully. I'm not gonna think of it, but where you just get fully involved in that fear to conquer it. There's a movie with Kirsten Stewart where
You're talking about water? Is it water? No,
underwater.
underwater. Yeah.
I was putting Kirsten Stewart underwater because that's like to Google it. The movie's called Underwater. Yeah, that one's very claustrophobic, Danny. That movie's very claustrophobic.
Oh,
she's
know.
not bad in it. She's pretty good. It's a pretty decent movie. It's all right. It's whatever movie, but it's entertaining enough if you like that sort of thing. But I feel that it could be kind of scary to just look over and then all you see is ocean, and more ocean.
I have a fear that I used to have. I even told Denise, she's like, when I was younger, I used to have a little fear, Jason, of looking up in the sky and just like if I were to just like, I don't know, because it was because I would look at the sky and be like, I can easily just fall off and just go nonstop. Yeah.
It's like, never mind. I was gonna give a spoiler to a a show, but I'm not going to give a spoiler because I'm not even going to say what the show is because it could just ruin a lot of things. But really good. I'm going to stop myself there because I'm going to eventually say it is what I always do. I'm like, no, I don't want to, but I really, really do. And nobody stops me sometimes. They kind of just let me keep going.
Jason, no.
Okay, thank you. I really needed you to do that because I was about to convince myself to say it.
I do have to stop. I do have to get going.
Damn,
so stop.
You can't put us on blast like that. What was I? Okay, whatever. I'll write that down later. So that comes the conclusion. But before we get out of here, we're about to do something we haven't done in a little bit. Last minute jokes with Danny.
Jason, by the way, this is not script. Jason did not tell me about this. But the first joke came out to me as soon as you start singing. This is a little religious joke that I don't think is gonna go well. But hey, I don't know for some reason it came to my mind right now. Why did Judas give away Jesus?
Oh, jeez, I don't know.
Because he didn't let him borrow the Costco cart.
I don't even get it.
Jason, I mean neither. It's just my mind. That's how it works.
You have like a Google Doc filled with these bad jokes, don't you?
No. I swear to God, it's just all natural.
Thank you.
That.
Look what I got, by the way. My dad brought me this.
Oh, I missed those. So they're so fucking good, man.
Never tried it.
You never tried that one?
I've never tried any of these. No. And if you're listening and wondering what I just put on camera, you're gonna have to go to youtube.com/@SundayMorningTangents, where you will be able to watch us live on most Saturday mornings around 8 to 9 a.m. We get started. Who knows? Most of the time I just text Danny, or Danny texts Jason, Jay, and then we're like, got
the little
it.
J, by the way. The little J, by the way.
Just a little J. Yeah. Not Jay, just J. And it's okay, give me 10 minutes. We understood. Anyways, you can watch us there. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, subscribe, and share each and every video to whoever and whomever you like. You can watch it. You can also listen to us anywhere you listen to podcasts. It looks really gloomy out there right now, Danny. Not really gloomy, but it looks like sunny gloom. Apocalypse is coming, dude.
Nah, don't worry, bro.
Before the apocalypse happens, make sure you check us out on Sunday Morning Tangents anywhere you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. Don't forget to give us 5 stars. Don't forget to like us, subscribe. What did the kids say? Like, subscribe, and what else?
Like, subscribe, and follow us on Patreon. Remember, you can get the $1 Patreon deal. You just have to pay us $1.
This isn't true. Later, Ryu Shoryuken, thank you for joining us live. Diana, thank you for sending the emoji live. We missed out on Denise today. A little strange, but that's okay. Usually she's in there. Don't worry about it. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. I've been Danny. That's been Jason. We've been a couple of tangents on. I always messed. Thank you for listening to Sunday Morning Tangents with a couple of Jason, you.